Hi there, what's going on? It's JB here with another episode of Career Mode of the FIFA 17 Burnley Career Mode Mark 2, I should say. Double bill of games for you to come. Later we've got the home game against West Brom as we come into the last 4 games of the season now of the Premier League as we look to try and clinch a top 4 spot. We start the episode in 3rd place, 2 points ahead of Arsenal, but we have to go away to Crystal Palace, who are relatively now safe and really now have got nothing but the rest of the season of pride to play for, and they will not be an easy test at Selhurst Park. So let's get to Selhurst Park and see how we got on against a very well organised and very good Crystal Palace side as we took on them at Selhurst Park, which was never going to be an easy place to go to. Let's see how we got on then against Crystal Palace. Well, here we are at Turf Moor as Burnley take on Alan Pardew's Crystal Palace at the time of recording. Now obviously in real life managed by Sam Allardyce, but it's Alan Pardew's men they take on today. And this should be a real cracker. They've nothing to play for, Palace. They're mid-table and they're going to be stuck there, but Burnley again looking to get into the top 4. John Stutzy knows that this is an important game for his team. As Palace watch out for number 10, Andros Townsend, and 11, Will Sahara on the wings. Punchin and Benteke will be really difficult customers as well. And watch out for Lorit Remy as well. He could come on at some point as well as a substitute. Burnley need the points, there's no doubt about that. No Matt Lawton, so John Flanagan deputises. Otherwise it's basically the same team. It's the usual mix as the referee, Rayon Swarbrick, prepares to get the game underway. Benteke to Punchin, back to Townsend, back to Benteke, shot deflected off Keane. It will be a Palace corner. Well, there's not been much else other than this opportunity here. This is probably the first opportunity of the entire game. We've come nearly 20 minutes in. Shows how nerve-wracking this has been, not just for Burnley but for Crystal Palace too. Punchin to take the corner then for the Eagles. One ball in there, header one, off the line almost by Keane. Scott Down will have the shot and straight in the arms of Tom Heaton it goes. Just an early warning sign there for Burnley really that they should not mess around with this Palace side. They are a dangerous attack. They are dangerous customers, as I say, in attack. This is Rodriguez at the other end for Burnley. Now Robertson breaking. Good football now. Game's starting to open up a bit. Good tackle there by Tompkins. It will be a corner now to Burnley. John Stutzy looking on. Knows his team need the 3 points. Snodgrass with the corner. Floated in there. Header one. Still might come here. Rodriguez. Snodgrass. Straight in the arms of Steve Mandanda. Wilfried Zaha, half an hour gone. Benteke turns nicely, gets his shot in and pulls it well wide of target this time. Well, the last 11 minutes or so, the game's just becoming to open up a little bit after a lacklustre first 20 minutes. That's a good ball by Rodriguez to find Rashford. He's through this time. It's Marcus Rashford. What a good save! What a good save that was from the French former Marseille goalkeeper Steve Mandanda. Through he went. Got his shot in. It was on target. It was a really good effort, but just wide of the target. But goalkeeper Mandanda stood up and made the save as the corner comes in from Snodgrass. 2 players converged on it there. Real keep this alive. Defoe might have a goal here. Ben Mee will have a goal. Good save by Mandanda. Well, that's the best we've seen of Burnley so far in this last couple of minutes. Good effort there, but Mandanda had it, his eye on it all the way. Good save. Zaha to Benteke. Now MacArthur back to Benteke. Here's Punchin. And he's away from Ben Mee. Danger here. Punchin has scored for Crystal Palace. Right on the stroke of half-time. That's a big blow for Burnley's top 4 chances. But it's joy for Crystal Palace, who know that they can chill out for the rest of the season, knowing that they've got well over 40 points and will go to 46 for the victory here this afternoon. Poor defending here. Punching giving Burnley the slip. And what a cool finish beyond Tom Heaton into the far corner with the side of his right foot. And right on the stroke of half time, which now affects things as far as the Burnley team talks concerned. Jason Puncheon has done it again. It's his 9th of the season, and Palace lead at half time. I suppose John Stetsy had to react at the break. Defoe and Gerrard replaced by the former Derby player of Will Hughes and Jeff Henrick. Here's Townsend for Palace. Almost 9 minutes got in the second half, and Palace looking for the kill. Robertson just making sure that that Benteke can't get on the end of it. And in fact, Benteke is now going to be replaced by Loic Remy as Palace will go to Man City next up. So the corner will come in from Puncheon. Ball in there, header won by Kabay off the line, and Burnley so close to going 2 goals down. And it's knocked away into touch for a throw, but real danger there as Palace prepare to make another change in as many minutes. Jason Puncheon, the goal scorer, now being making way, and Omar Al-Kaddouri will come on. And here we come again. There's the shot from Henrick, just over the top. Oh, prayer's been offered, but no way through for Burnley yet. Henrick takes possession again. He's had plenty to say for himself since coming on. Vokes now on as a sub. Chance there, shot by Snodgrass, it deflected. It will be a Burnley corner. They've not got much time left. 5 minutes, just under. Snodgrass's corner. Vokes' header! Best chance of the second half for Burnley. And it was a gilt-edged one. A header well won, but not directed enough from Sam Vokes. 2 minutes to play. Here's Gray. Henrick again. Through he goes. Oh, good tackle, you have to say, from James Tompkins. Did absolutely well, and he had to time it right on the edge of the penalty area, and he timed it just right. Now Al-Kaddouri. And now Sahar is through. This could settle it once and for all. Pull back. And still Sahar shoots and over the top. Well, that would have settled it there, and then that is for sure. And Tom Heaton berating his defenders for not clearing their lines enough, but it could be that time is definitely running out on Burnley's chances of getting anything out of this game. In fact, it's all over, and Crystal Palace have won again. They move to 46 points and are enjoying their end to the season. And why not? They go to Manchester City next time out full of confidence. As for Burnley, the pressure's back on them in that home game against West Brom. But they've been beaten by a really efficient Crystal Palace tie today. A bad away day for Burnley, and it's finished Crystal Palace 1, Burnley 0. The disastrous defeat puts us 1 point, just a point ahead of Arsenal in 5th place, so our Champions League future still hanging by a thread. We do need to finish in that top 4 this season. Even an FA Cup win wouldn't get us into the Champions League, so this was imperative. We've got 3 games to go. We've got the game against West Brom and then the next 2 against Bournemouth and West Ham. This really does put the pressure now on the penultimate home game of the season, which you're going to see more extended highlights of now, as we face a West Brom side who are safe from relegation now, nothing to play for, can chill out for the rest of the season. So another big problem for Burnley as we take on the baggies of West Brom. 3 points, really a must now. Let's get over to Turf Moor. Can we beat the baggies, or would Tony Pulis's men come up with another shocker for the Clarets? This really needed to be a must win. Let's get over there to Turf Moor to find out if we could beat West Bromwich Albion. This is a truly must winner for Burnley. They have to get a result against that man's side, Tony Pulis's West Brom, if they are really going to stay in that hunt for the top 4, as West Brom now safe from relegation. Now they can chill out a little bit now with 3 games to go and enjoy the rest of their season. But this is far from a chill out task for John Stets's men, who really do need a result. And they're sticking faith with the same team that lost against Crystal Palace that started. Graham Rashford keeping their places, Hughes and Henrick and Bamford and Snodgrass. In fact, Snodgrass he's dropped, Goodmanson comes in, and it's the one change. West Brom, they've done what they needed to do this season, keep above that top zone, and they've done it magnificently, but one of the best managers surely in the business of keeping teams up in Tony Pulis. And his team includes Ben Foster, Johnny Evans, formerly of Manchester United, James Morrison, who was the inspirational captain, Nasser Chadli, formerly of Tottenham, and up front Solomon Wondam, and amongst the substitutes Hal Robson-Kanu and Darren Fletcher. Hal Robson-Kanu, one of the heroes. Bobby Madley is the referee, and we're all set to start here at Turf Moor. And everybody's ready. This is an important match in Burnley's season. The defeat against Crystal Palace last week really put their backs up a bit, but this is an important game as we get underway at Turf Moor. Burnley attacking the goal to our right, the David Fishwick stand, knowing that 3 points is a must. West Brom in the stripes, the bag is as Gerrard tries the first shot, hit Johnny Evans, now Gardner for West Brom, Jakob, Chadley, Morrison, good tackle by Defoe, now Rodriguez, and Goodmanson takes it up the right midfield and he's cut inside, magnificent, oh unlucky, good effort there from the Iceland man. Ben Foster had the ball, had the shot covered, it was a good effort, it was on target, and Ben Foster might have got a glove on that. That was a really good save by the former England man. Chadley with the corner for West Brom. Lopez is there, so too is the Belgian Stephen Defoe. Now Gray, oh lovely stride. Now Rashford, Gerrard making a good break and he's been found. First class ball, and it's Gerrard, yes! 1-0. The old maestro does it again, but what a first class swivel and turn to set it up for Marcus Rashford. And then Gerrard with that faithful right foot that's done for so many big teams throughout his career. Has given Tony Pulis a real headache, but Burnley have the perfect start. And they needed it. It's only his second pro in the league for Burnley, but it's a crucial one. A quarter of an hour played here. And what a fillip for Burnley. 1-0 against West Brom. But Burnley, you have to say, if they played sluggishly last week against Crystal Palace, they've been far from that today. Phillips, though, for West Brom, we're looking to try and get back into it, and Stephen Defoe hooks it out. But the difference between the sides, undoubtedly, is that right foot rasper from Stephen Gerrard. That's a good ball. Defoe is on to side, and he could have finished it off. Oh, just wide. Burnley attacking with great intent, knowing that they need the points. Here's Ben Mee. Cut out by Evans. Oh, he's lost it to Gray. Rashford up ahead. Gray might not need him. It's Gray. He's all alone. And he scored! What a marvellous individual goal that really was. 2-0. And Gray was having his shirt pulled a bit, but when he got free from the defender, Lissandro, there was little doubt that this was going to be a second goal. Ben Foster, no chance at all. And Burnley may have just got their Champions League ambitions back on track. That's his 19th goal of the season. And it's come after 31 minutes. It's been all one-way traffic. West Brom look as if they're already on the deck chairs with 3 games to go. It's got to be said. Rondon to Defoe. Now Rashford, they're playing with a real swagger, and Gerrard is at the hub of everything. Steven Gerrard! Oh! Well, that's a good save from Foster. It could have been so much more for Burnley. But for the big former England goalkeeper. Straight at it in fairness, but the shot was a very difficult one for him to deal with from Steven Gerrard. Here's Wandon. Galloway making the good run, the former Evertonian. And he threw Galloway. Good tackle by Ben Mee as the referee Bobby Manley brings their first half to a close. And what a first class 45 minutes of football from the home team. Goals from Steven Gerrard and a beautiful individual goal from Andre Gray has put Burnley well in pole position here at Turf Moor. Half time then, Burnley 2, West Bromwich Albion 0. And Burnley, you are 2 goals clear, make a triple substitutions. Defoe, Gray and Gumunton all off, Snodgrass, Hughes and Bamford all on. As Burnley look to rest players because there are still 2 big games to come after this one. Nothing is settled yet. But Burnley well on their way to 3 crucial points, which keeps their Champions League ambitions firmly alive. Of course, they've got the FA Cup final to come 3 games after this one. But this really is the important one now. The game they're on is the most important. Well, they attack the McElroy end now, knowing that if they can get a 3rd one, it's all over. Rashford trying the shot, he hit the defender. Here's Morrison. Did really well. Nyram, Gardner, Rondon. Better fluency from West Brom, but again well snuffed out. Here's Hughes. He's done ever so well, and he's done well to find Bamford. Good save from Foster. Straight at him in fairness, but it still needed saving. It was on target from Bamford, who's yet to score in the league this season. Hasn't had many chances to impress. But now gets his opportunity, and he forced the best out of Ben Foster. And it will be a corner, and Snodgrass to take. Vaulted in there towards a chance here. Rashford off the line virtually. Well, neither Foster or the defender on the line got a touch. And in fact, it was Phillips who got it away. Steven Gerrard to take another corner. Keane is there, good save, run off the line from Phillips. Did it cross the line? We're not sure. Fletcher away. Well, that's how close it was as we look at Hawkeye. A few milli-inches, if that. Not far away, was it? But the goal line technology quite confidently says no goal. Quarter of an hour left. Here's Galloway. It's a good ball to Phillips. This is the best move that West Brom are fashioning in this game so far. Berahino. Phillips, good chance. Oh, he blazed it when well positioned. Well, West Brom will not get a better opportunity all afternoon than this. Phillips set it up well and then just lashed the shot over. Sums up the feeling in the stadium from the West Brom supporters, who really haven't had enough to shout about this afternoon. Fletcher, oh, he was sived to the ground, the substitute there. Will Hughes took him out. And Bobby Manley will accordingly show the yellow card. I think Hughes knows it. Put his hands to his face when he realised what he'd had done. I don't think there's much of a case to answer as regards that, so here's Robertson. Straight at Foster. There wasn't much of a case for Will Hughes there. Steven Gerrard. Still Steven Gerrard, he's got the tape for it! Oh my heavens. He's having the taste for it. Hit it well again with that trusty right foot of his, but it just curled away over the top. We're to 4 added minutes. Can Burnley finish with a flourish? Rashford round the corner, another first class ball. Bamford, yes, he's got it! It's his first half of the season. And what a moment for the former Derby County and the former Chelsea youngster. Hasn't had much of a chance to impress up front for Burnley this season due to the form of the 3 other strikers in the team, but my Evans, he's got his chance today and he's took it. And he's took it so well in this second half. 3-0. The game up for West Brom. And let's be fair, for most of this game I've been already on the beach and on the sun lounges because they just haven't turned up at all. But Burnley had to beat what was in front of them, and they did just that to the letter. And Steven Gerrard put in a first-class performance. Rashford made 2 of the goals, 1 for Gerrard, 1 for Bamford in between. A brilliant individual strike from Gray, which put Burnley 2 goals clear. West Brom didn't look a team that wanted it. They were on the deck chairs and on the beach, quite frankly, but Bamford had a good match. The final score here, and again that Burnley really needed a win. Burnley 3, well, West Brom important win in the penultimate game because it keeps us now 4 points ahead of Manchester United. And well, what an opportunity this could be. If we win against Bournemouth, we certainly stay in the top 4 and we'll stay there for the remainder of the season. So it all rests on the next match against Bournemouth, and then maybe it might go to the last day against West Ham, who knows, but that will come very later on. But a good win against West Brom after a tough match against Crystal Palace. That's where we've got to leave it for now. We will be back with the next episode, where we'll have the final 2 games of the league season, Bournemouth and West Ham, the penultimate episode of the first season, still the FA Cup final to go. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do to the channel. From me, JB, see you very soon for the next episode. I hope you've enjoyed this one. But for me, JB, have a good day, take care, until next time, see you later. Bye bye.